Okay, A N are articles. Basically, these articles are adjectives, and A and definite articles. The definite article, okay. The is a definite article. A and is indefinite article. Okay, next point. So when you observe next point, so before vowel sounds we use a or an, and before consonant sound we use before vowel sound we use yan. Before consonant sound we use a. Next here observe a book. B is consonant sound, a is used. Here table T. So consonant sound a is used. Pen a is used. Tree consonant sound a is used. House consonant sound a is used. House. Next umbrella vowel. Okay, a e I o u vowel sounds. Okay, u umbrella, it's not umbrella, it's an umbrella, therefore an is used. And orange, it's an orange, pronunciation orange. Next an is used. Before orange we use an. And innocent, an is used. Apple, so not apple, so it is apple. Okay, apple, so pronunciation yap, don't use an apple, so it is an apple, therefore so it is before it we use an. Next an elephant, so the above words refer any of its kind. Such articles are called indefinite articles because they have definite proportion, so they are used anywhere. These indefinite articles stand before only singular forms, singular form nouns. An is used before the words with vowel sound, and next a is used before the words start with consonant sound. Okay, the words he observed that the words honest and hour do not have the vowel as the first letter of the word. So, but these words begin with a vowel sound. Okay, like an honor, so like it's a pronunciation honor, therefore an is used. Okay, the book, the books, the book, the house, the table, the tree, the fruit. The books, the house, the table, the tree, the fruit. So the book, only one book, it is a particular book, it's a definite article, so that is used for definite. Books, so many books are there, so don't use anything, so many books are there. Okay, so many books are there, but we're talking about only one book, that is the book. Like same the same houses, like here also same houses, so many houses are there. Okay, but we're talking about only one house, that is okay, only one house, so we use the before it, the. Okay, like, so if you don't have any, the don't use plural because here only singular nouns, that is books, so we use a. Here only we talking about only one book, therefore we use the. So when you come down, these articles refer to particular noun. These articles refer to particular noun. So the is called a definite article. Further, the can be added before the singular or plural forms of the nouns. To say the definite article is used before singular countable nouns or plural uncountable nouns. Okay. Next. So these articles refer to particular noun. So the is called definite article. Next, the milk. For example, the milk. Here, the is used an article as an article before uncountable noun because milk plural form also milk. Don't use milks. Okay, milk plural form also milk. Milk plural form also milk. Therefore, here the is used as an article before uncountable noun. So this is an uncountable noun. Okay. Some other examples: a dozen oranges, a battle of soldiers. General rule: a is used before singular nouns that are unspecified, but dozen and battalion do not reveal singular aspect of the nouns. So these are expectations. Since morning I am a bit worried. In the above sentence, the article a is used before a clause. Okay. A dozen oranges. Okay, if you observe here, a dozen of oranges. So some oranges a dozen, 12 oranges a dozen. So among them, a dozen orange. We take total oranges. Okay, the orange. So when you use a particular definite, we use the orange. So this is the meaning over here. Okay, next. So when we come to clear explanation, so we are talking about this, and this also can be completed. Definite article, indefinite article. Okay, generally a yan is used before singular countable nouns. Remember it, very important, before use singular countable nouns like a book, a table, an apple. So only one is there. Next, indefinite article, we use both of them. If the word start with the consonant sound, a used. I need a dictionary. The word dictionary has a consonant sound D, so we use a before it. Okay, the words start with vowels, we use n. Next point, the word start with consonant and it gives vowel sound. Okay, so h is consonant sound but gives vowel sound, hotel, but we use an, it is in a hotel. Okay, an is used. So hysterical is the hotel. Okay, hotel. Okay, that is, so that's why we use an. Eric is an. Hour, we use an. Air, we use an. H is silent here. Okay, observe that among these, so H is silent. Okay, among these H is silent. Next, if singular noun comes as a complement in a sentence, then we can use a or an. So she is an actress. So actress, so it is actress, and singular noun comes a complement. Singular noun comes as a complement. So here is a actress is a singular noun, is a complement. She is an actress. Okay, she will be a dancer next year. So dancer is a singular noun, but it is in a complement. Next, to mention a particular group of people by particular person, a pupil should obey his teacher. Meaning of all student. Pupil means a small children's. So a pupil should obey his teacher. So many students are there in the under of pupil. Okay. Next, a dog is faithful to his master. Don't use the. So it is a dog. A dog means so many dogs are there here. So don't tell it is a particular dog. A lion is a dangerous animal. Meaning here lion means so many lions are there. Okay. Next, and next point, use a and before the names of professions. Okay, if he is an engineer, a teacher, anything that belongs to profession, use a or an. Okay, and next point, so anything that belongs to prepositions like at, of. Okay, so two tables at a time, so birds of a feather of fly together. So use and some prepositions like some prepositions, don't use all prepositions, but some prepositions like a, at, of, two tables at a time, birds of a feather is don't need but important. So who have to use an abbreviations. Okay, we have to use an in abbreviations beginning with letters. So the pronunciations are F, H, L, M, N or S, X. So these letters are pronounced as vowel. Okay, like here we observe M is there here and is here. So an MP, an MLA, MLA, A. Okay, AMP. It's in F for CS. It's in F for CS. ARCS. Okay, an SSCL, so an SSCLC. Okay, and SSC or an SSC SHSL. So anything that we use yan. Okay, some are there, that is like sarak, SRA, sarak. So we use here abbreviation A. Okay, I don't mean here don't use all the abbreviations yan, but think that pronunciation. So these letters are used for your understanding. So these words are pronounced as a vowel. So use yan. Note, she is an MP. Okay, She is an MP. It is correct. She is a member of parliament. Member. She is an member. Member. Which is wrong. She is a member of parliament. Okay. I think a member means, so the pronunciation may be in vowel. Okay, that's why use. So sorry. Here the pronunciation may be in consonant sound. That's why we use a. So a used before consonant sound. Yan is used before vowel sound. Next, if a sentence has keywords like one or any, if a sentence has like keywords one or any, every, certain, these use a or an. So for example, he won a car and two taxis. He won a car, so here means a car, only one car, and two taxis. So he won a car. A girl has come to see you. Certain girl, and a girl, particular girl, only one girl. Here only one girl is there, that's why we use a. Next, a is used before few or little. So few, a little. I have a few copies of it, little. So it means you have few mean. So a simple word name. Few means something is there to something means more than two. Little means more than two. That's why we use a or an. Okay. Next. Next, when we go to usages of the, so where we use the or the, some people are called the, some people are called the. Next, so we can use the article the before oceans. Okay, use the before oceans. Okay, before oceans, rivers and newspapers, hills and gulfs and peaks, states, banks, forest, etc. So the Indian Ocean, the Ganges, the Times of India. So use them. So this is a newspaper, this is a river, and this is the ocean. Okay. Before the unique objects like the earth, so it is an unique. We don't have two earths, we have one earth. So we have only one moon, one sun. Therefore, before the unique object, the is used. Okay, the is to be used. So the should be used before adjectives, superlative degree. Super very is very important. So superlative degree cannot compare to degree, it is a superlative. The should be used before adjectives in superlative degree. So the greatest, est. Okay, the greatest. So the greatest, we use the greatest. So next, so we use the before the parts of woman. Okay, woman body, the head, the ear, the cheek, the path, the palm. Okay, next, in paragraph, to mention the person or an object, again use the before the word. Okay, so in observe that in a paragraph, to mention a person or an object, again to mention a person or object means particular. So we have to point out him or it particularly. So we use the. So he gave me a knife and a spoon. The knife was not sharp. So we talking about only knife, not about spoon. So the knife was not sharp. So we use the. So particularly, to mention particular person or object, place the use. To mention particular person or object or place, use the before it. So the pen you want is pick out on the stand. The is the person. This is the purse which I lost yesterday. So the purse and the pen. Okay, we're talking about particular. Next, when singular noun is used to represent a whole classes, the before, so use the before it. Okay, singular noun use whole classes. So the parrot is a clever bird. The fox is a cunning animal. So all foxes, so many foxes there. So many foxes, foxes or anything, so many there, we use a or an. But here, what is the meaning? When a single noun is used to represent whole class. Okay, so clever bird. So parrot is a clever bird. The parrot is a clever bird. So it is a bird. Okay, here you use it as a whole class clever bird, not birds. Cunning animal. Fox is a cunning animal. So many are there, but fox is an animal. So we use the. So the should not be used before man or woman when it comes to as noun. Okay. So man is immortal. Don't use anything before it. The man. Okay. The should not be used before man or woman when it comes to noun. Noun. When it comes to noun, don't use. Okay. Man or woman, don't use it. So the to mention date of month, and to mention ordinary numeral adjectives, the before the next word. So the 7th March, the 13th, December. Okay. To mention holy books, like the before use the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran. Okay, we use holy books. These are the holy books, so we use the before it. Okay, next. So if you use, so here observe, if you use author's name, the most important. So if you use author's name in the front of the book, don't use the before it. Okay, don't call the instant like anything. So who are writing, so don't use the before it. No article is used before the author's name. Okay, like here the Valmiki Ramayana kadu only. So the Valmiki Ramayana. Here only is Valmiki Ramayana. In some cases, we use same words to mention the languages as well as people of country. In such cases, the before people, but not before the language. So in some cases, we use same word to mention the language as well as the people of the country. China, Chinese. China, Chinese. So we call Chinese or the Chinese or the China people. China people are called Chinese. Here, in some cases, we use same word to represent the language as well as the people of the. In such cases, the before used don't use. So use the before the people. Don't before the languages. Means here the Chinese. So people. So use the before the people, not the languages. Don't use before. Chinese is a language. Don't use the before the language. England. Okay. Next. So before people of nation, the should not be used. So people of nation, Americans are rich. So this is a nation. So the whole nation is represented here. Okay, America is rich. So don't use the Americans are rich. Remember it. Indians are rich. Okay. Don't use the Indians like that. Next. So where should not use, so omission of, or where don't use. Okay, don't use any article here. Okay, before plural noun, the indefinite article should not be used. Okay, the third plural noun, the indefinite article, a or an, so should not be used. He is a lawyer, singular noun. He is a lawyer. There are lawyers, plural noun. There are lawyers. There are a lawyer. There are the lawyers. So don't use any noun. Okay. So they are a lawyers. It is wrong. Don't use anything before plural noun. The indefinite also should not be used. Okay. Next, I am an Indian, singular noun. So we are Indians. Okay, we are Indians. I am an Indian. G correct, but don't. So here is a vowel sound, so we use yan, so this is wrong. Okay, it is a plural noun, so don't use any article. Article should not be used before the uncountable nouns. So article should not be used before uncountable. He needs advice. He needs an advice. So he needs advice. He needs an advice. So it is a plural noun. So here represents plural noun, uncountable noun. Sorry, he is an uncountable noun, and it is a countable noun. He needs advice. He needs an advice. It is wrong. So he needs an advice. I need your water. I need some water. I need your water. Don't use I need your water, because water is an uncountable noun. So if you one bubble is there, we call water. Too much bubbles are there, two or more bubbles are, we call it water only. Don't use waters. So note, we can use a piece of, a bit of, a sheet of, a slice of, etc. before the uncountable nouns. I want a piece of cake. I want a sheet of paper. Articles should not be used before the breakfast or dinner or supper. Okay, supper. So when it comes normally, we have breakfast at 9 p.m. I was invited to dinner, so don't use anything before dinner, anything dinner. Okay, before any don't use a breakfast, a dinner. Okay, so first only remember articles should not be used before the breakfast, dinner, and supper. Next, and articles, no article before the names of the country, city, or street, or month, or day, festival. So no article is used. So don't use any article before the names of the country or city or street or month. Before the country, Japan. Okay, don't use the Japan, the Christmas. So don't use country, city, and street, month, day, festival also. So festival. First of all, city. So observe that. So study them. So don't use anything. Generally, no articles before the things and metals, but to mention the particular metal, the use of the before the metal. Okay, the gold is very costly. So particular metal. So the metals are the not a point, but the gold is the gold that I bought is not genuine. Here, so the gold that I bought means I have only one gold. So gold is very costly. So it is right. So don't use anything. But the gold that I bought means only one gold is there. So here so many golds are there. Okay. Here the so many golds are there. Next. Before languages, avoid articles. Before languages, avoid article. Languages. Hindi is a difficult language. So this is correct. Don't use the Hindi or Jai Hindi. Okay. Okay, articles never come before the abstract noun. So cleanliness is the next to godliness. Godliness. Okay. Abstract nouns, the truth, the knowledge, the love, honesty, poverty, wisdom, strength, absence. So don't use before them. So article never comes before these. So knowledge, truth, love, honesty, poverty, wisdom, strength, absence. So don't use these words before these words. Don't use any articles. Okay. Avoid particles before games. Avoid articles. Avoid articles before games. Tennis, cricket. Okay. Don't. When come noun and when common noun comes in plural, articles should not be used. So common nouns are comes in a plural, article should not be. So no article come before the relationship brother has gone out or further. Okay, don't use any relations, and then don't use any article before the names of countries and constraint, but the before the names of countries or state in which include words like republic, union, kingdom. So the United States of America. Next, the last point here, don't use articles before complement and abstract nouns. They elected him a president. They elected him as the president. Okay, so don't use any articles here. So before complement and abstract noun. So which is they elected as a president. This is a compliment. So it is a compliment. So don't use any article. So here we use article. So don't use any article before any. And here the honesty is the best policy. So the honesty. So it is an honesty means it's an abstract noun. Don't use any article. So we know that. And avoid articles before the names of the subject of study or interest. Okay, the subject history, paintings, and any of the interest you are in physics or painting or history. So don't use any article. Okay, a simple meaning here in physics. So in physics is a preposition. So use in prepositions, use in before any subject. Next, before the names of holidays and festivals, that should not be used. So we have discussed about it. Thanks for watching. So this is about clear explanation on. So here we just solve few more examples. So mummy is in dash kitchen. So is in the kitchen. Here is dash pen you lost yesterday. So here we talking about only one pen. Therefore we use the. Don't use a pen. Okay, a pen means so many pens are there, but clearly so in the sentence here is the pen or here is dash pen you lost yesterday. So we lost only one pen, that is the. So the pen. Okay, so dash tiger is an extinction, so is an extinction, so only one tiger, therefore the Bengal tiger. We're talking about the Bengal tiger. Christians believe in dash trinity, so believe in the, okay, in the. Hindus read dash Gita, so Hindus read dash Gita, so the